This is the story of Stella. It was a holiday in school. A friend and I had planned to chill at a mall road and have some snacks. However, by the time we reached at Mall Road, it was already 7 p.m. We had a coffee, enjoyed clicking pictures, and had amazing momos at the restaurant on the beach. At 9 p.m., we started walking back to our respective homes. I had barely walked a few hundred meters when it was started drizzling. It was the section of a road which was very quiet and had no shops, but some of the street lights were still on. As I walked further, I saw the man with an umbrella walking a few feet ahead of me. I thought it would be a good idea to ask if he would allow me to join if he was going the same way. I walked faster, but it seems that I wasn't fast enough. So I started jogging, but I still couldn't catch up with him. "Hello," I shouted loudly, and then the man turned around. His age must have been somewhere in the late 60s. But what surprised me was the fact that despite having an umbrella, he was completely drenched. He started walking again. This time, I walked slowly. Perhaps I didn't want to be near him anymore. He slowed down too. I walked even more slowly. And so did he. Finally, I stopped. There was complete silence. He had also stopped. Then he turned around and saw at me. His eyes was red. I get scared. I could feel the fear of suffocating my throat. I went. Just when I thought that I may not live long enough to share this experience, I hear the siren blaring and a police vehicle stopped behind me. They asked me what I was doing here alone. When I told them the story, they said I was alone. There was no one there with an umbrella. They smiled, looked at me, and they advised me that I should stop sleepwalking. I don't know where that man disappeared, but it was my story. He was there. Second story. Holcomb Beach. I had heard many horror stories surrounding the Holcomb Beach. I am not a daredevil, but I am an adventurer who loves to travel. So there I was at Holcomb Beach on Christmas Eve last year. It was around 7 p.m. and I was enjoying a long exposure photography when I suddenly hear someone screaming. I had noticed a few children playing into the water while ago, but most of them had left. I waded into the water to see if anyone was in trouble. I could hear a child crying. I had waded in deep enough to start swimming. Suddenly, I felt a strong push by a pair of hands on my back. I plunged into the water, even though I know swimming, and unlikely fear of drowning overpowered me. Perhaps I was in a shock with everything that had happened in the last minute. I managed to swim back to the beach, only to realize how far into the sea I had wandered in from there. It was hard to believe how it could happen. Moreover, the cries had died down. I don't know whether it was real or something beyond the realms of what I could see, but I would convince I haven't waded so far into the sea that I had to swim for. This is the story of Stella. It was a holiday in school. A friend and I had planned to chill at a mall road and have some snacks. However,